Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Yes? Okay, great. No. I will speak really loud if you say no. Okay. Hi guys, I'm Michał, and I wanted to give you like a full-fledged talk and talk about how we do that for an hour or maybe more. But when I contacted the organizers, uh, I received the feedback that all slots are taken, and I really wanted to show you something before vacation. So this will be a sneak peek of what I'm going to talk about. Hopefully in. I'll just move back a bit. In after summer vacation. So. I'm from Akamai, and what is Akamai? Akamai is generally a content delivery network. So our the main thing that we do is that we deliver static content for our clients. And I'm saying that not only to advertise Akamai, but I will use that later. So basically, like the most basic use of Akamai is that someone gives us some files, and we make sure that they are distributed really in a fast and reliable way around the world. Yeah, so basically how we do it, we have the vastest network of servers around the world in 130 countries in more than 4,000 networks. And if you, let's say, access some files in Africa or in Australia or in any other place, then you will connect to basically the most efficient server there is. So you can ask, what's the big deal? Metadata, you have a lot of servers. Now we live in a cloud era and we have awesome tools. So what's the problem with distributing metadata to those servers? Just, like a quick brainstorming sessions. So does any one of you work with orchestration or configuration tools like Ansible or anything like that? Yeah, okay. Some people. So basically, you normally use orchestration. You have special plugins to generate files, generate and distribute config files. But there are some problems with that. In many cases, you hear that if you have a problem to solve, you should use a tool that's already been deployed and used, because you're not really a special case. You're not this one single company that has their problem really different from others. So actually, Akamai is a bit different company, because we have that network of servers is really huge. Like I said, the vastest network on planet Earth, and also among that 250,000 servers, not every single server has the same role. So with that many servers, you need to also take into consideration things as capacity, bandwidth, traffic, of actually pushing configs, metadata to these servers. And when you have on our servers, there are between 10 and 100 services, and not every single server needs to receive the same config files. Another thing is that some servers might be offline during deployment, so they will be unreachable for tools like Ansible to have that configuration pushed there. But when they come back to life, they need to have the most recent data there is to just to not start to serve some stale data. Another problem is, are all changes safe? So let's say that you're Akamai's client, and basically what you're doing, you're entering our portal and you make some changes into your config, and then you want that config to be pushed to the network. So what if there's some mistake? What if basically what you will do will create like this big crash, so none of your clients will be able to to connect. And also, when you're a client and you're pushing your config, you want them to be propagated really, really fast. And with such a big network, it's really difficult. So actually, pushing metadata in our network is a really, really big problem. So how we solve it? Not every single server has the same role. Yes, and we are using publisher-subscriber model. So basically, each server knows the role it has, and basically it connects to a certain topic to learn what's the most recent metadata it needs to download. Okay, but what if some servers are offline and they need the most recent data? Again, the publisher-subscriber model, basically every single metadata push has its index, so when server comes back to life, it just learns what's the most recent index, and then after it downloads the most recent files, then it's allowed to serve some data. Okay, but are all changes safe? No, they are not. Sometimes user wants to do something unsafe. In these rare cases, when we have, let's say, a bug in our system, there might be a possibility that metadata push might crash the entire server, so it would influence also other clients, so that's unacceptable. So what we do? Basically, zoning to the rescue. So we have several zones that we push our config files to. We start with zone 1, which is like less than 1% of servers. Then we observed these servers for some time. We gather data about whether everything is okay, whether any processes are crashing, or whether we get any failed requests. And then only then we proceed to the next zone until we have the final deployment. Okay, but your client wants that really fast, and them cannot wait for they cannot wait, for the zoning and stuff like that. So what you can do is, because not every single server in the same minute serves customer's client, so what you can do, you can learn what servers serve that customer's traffic. Then you can push that metadata only to these servers or a small subset of them, observe what's going on, and then make your propagation to the entire network a bit later when the actual traffic was updated. And how to deliver that data fast. So we've already we are on a server, we know that we have data that we need to download as a server. So how do we download it? How do we do it that 250,000 servers can download some metadata file? If only there was a platform for fast deliverance of static data. So what we do is that we use our own platform. So when we push some configs, and there's this final step where 90% of the servers actually download the data, we make them available through the platform itself, so that it basically self-propagates. And why am I telling you this, and why am I super excited about all that? And that's because one of the most important part of that project has been recently moved to Krakow, the development of that. And what we are doing, we are actually looking for people, for software engineers, for senior software engineers. So if you're interested, try and let's work together. Okay, I guess I won't be doing Q&A. But if you have any questions, you can just talk to me or send me an email. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. So the next one, lightning talk from me, would be about time optimization. So do you know this chart? This is an awesome chart that says how often do you do the task daily, and how often do you do the task daily, and how long does it take you. So if you do something that takes 5 seconds, 5 times a day, in a 5 years perspective, if you spend 12 hours to optimize that, you're in favor. So that's a great chart to look at, is XKCD. So now I wanted to focus at those 1 up to 5 seconds things a day. So what I wanted to talk about are aliases. So recently I started to use quite a lot of aliases regards the Git, and that's, I think, quite a great example. Of course, that's not a Git, that's PyCharm. I'm in the MidPy repository. So how would I pull the newest changes from master? Of course, I would use git checkout master, and I would pull the changes with git pull. How to check what aliases you have? You do just alias grep git, and there are all of aliases that you have for Git. Quite a lot of them, but it's really worth to learn the ones that you use the most often. Let me clear once again. And one shortcut that not many people know, so maybe that is something that valuable that you'll take from this presentation. Do you know what does git checkout, let's say that fully, with dash do? Who knows? Not many. So dash in Git is the previous branch that you've been on. So if you want to create a branch and then check out to the previous one, just do git checkout dash. Dash is always the previous branch. But let's say that you're using a more sophisticated tool like PyCharm. How do you copy and paste a line usually? No one knows. So everyone, I assume, just clicks copy and then creates a new line and then right clicks and paste. So that's where key promoter X comes in. It's a great tool in PyCharm that shows you which shortcut you should have used but you didn't. So every time you go to the declaration, it will pop up and tell you which shortcut. I don't know why it didn't work now. Maybe like that. No. But every time you use something where there is a shortcut for that in PyCharm, the key promoter X shouts at you, you should have used this shortcut. A great tool to optimize your time daily. Okay, and that's it what I have prepared with this talk.